Vera and the Dance of the Yellow Leaf. The farm was painted in soft, fuzzy gold. Vera, the border collie puppy, sat in the garden, watching the world change. Crinkle crunch went the old brown leaves under her paws. Sigh whoosh went the tall trees in the autumn breeze. Suddenly, something bright fluttered by. It wasn't brown, and it wasn't plain. It was a special golden leaf, shining like a tiny piece of the sun. Vera's ears perked up. Can you point to the golden leaf? The leaf twirled down, down, down. It landed softly on the grass. Vera got very low to the ground. She wiggled her bottom and tucked in her paws. She was ready to pounce. Whoosh! A big autumn wind tickled Vera's nose. The golden leaf hopped back into the air and began to dance. Vera jumped, paws, bowing. Now you jump high like Vera. Round and round they went in the garden. Vera's paws went patter, patter, patter as she chased the golden light. She was a little bit clumsy and tripped over her own feet, but she didn't mind one bit. The golden leaf zoomed low and hid under a big, prickly bush. Vera scrambled after it. All you could see were her white-tipped tail and her two back legs sticking out. Can you wag your tail? The leaf flew out the other side and landed on a giant pile. It was a mountain of orange and red leaves raked by the farmer. Vera took a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Splash! Vera leaped right into the middle. Leaves flew everywhere. They were like colorful confetti falling from the sky. Can you make a shh sound like falling leaves? Everything was quiet again. Vera lay on her back, feeling sleepy and very happy. The golden leaf came back for one last visit. It drifted down and landed right on the tip of her nose. Wiggle, wiggle. The sun was going to bed, turning the sky into a warm pink blanket. Vera trotted home to the barn, carrying her golden treasure gently in her mouth. Good night, Vera. Good night, golden leaf. Vera and the Singing Puddle. The rain clouds went whoosh, and the golden sun came out to peek. Vera, the border collie puppy, stepped out of the barn. The grass was sparkly, and the air smelled like sweet, wet earth. Vera's tail went swish, swish, swish. Vera trotted past the fence and stopped. There, in the middle of the path, was a big, shiny puddle. It looked like a silver mirror. Drip drop, went the water falling from a nearby leaf. Vera tilted her head to listen. Oink! A puddle, called Zenik the piggy. He trotted over with a happy wiggle. Splish splash! Zenik jumped right into the middle with his round belly. Muddy water flew everywhere. Vera jumped, pause, splash. Now you jump. Picus the rooster marched up, tapping his yellow toes. Tappy tap tap. I hear a beat, he crowed loudly. Let's make a muddy orchestra. Vera barked a happy woof, and Picus flapped his colorful wings in time. Zenik used his snout to make deep oompa sounds in the mud. Picus pecked at a hollow log. Click clack, click clack. They were making the loudest, funnest music on the farm. The puddle was full of happy rhythms. Vera wanted to play too. She lifted her front paws high and did a silly dance. Vera stomped. Pause. Splash plum. Now you stomp your feet. The puddle sang a big, wet song. But then, Vera saw something. A tiny, green frog named Ribeye was shivering on a floating leaf in the corner of the puddle. Ribby looked very small and very scared by all the loud splashing. Oh no, Vera whined softly. Vera stopped her splashing. She nudged the leaf very, very gently with her wet nose. She guided Ribeye across the puddle to the soft, dry grass. It's okay, little friend, Vera's eyes seemed to say. Can you say it's okay in a soft voice? Zenek stopped his oinking and watched. Ribeye the frog took a deep breath and let out a beautiful, soft creak creak. Zenek hummed a low, quiet tune to match. The loud orchestra became a gentle, sweet lullaby. The sky turned orange and pink like a warm, fuzzy blanket. Vera and Picus watched the sun go down. Working together and being kind made the best music of all. Good night, friends, Vera sighed, happy to be a helper. Vera and the Day of No. The sun was up. The farm was bright. Vera, the border collie puppy, woke up with a happy wag. Her tail went swish, swish, swish. Her ears went flip, flop, flip. It was a perfect day for a game with her best friend. Vera trotted to the pond to find Kwachka the duckling, but Kwachka was not swimming. Kwachka was not splashing. Kwachka was sitting on a mossy log with her wings tucked in tight. She looked very, very grumpy. Vera found her favorite red ball. She pushed it with her wet nose. "Do you want to play, Kwachka?" Vera barked. "We can roll and run." Kwachka stamped her little orange foot. "No," she quacked. "No, no, no." Vera found a bowl of yummy yellow seeds. She brought it to the log. "Do you want a snack, Kwachka?" Vera asked, with a soft woof. "They are crunchy and sweet." Kwachka hid her head behind a wing. "No," she quacked louder. "No, no, no." Vera found a soft, fuzzy blue blanket in the barn. She dragged it across the grass. "Do you want to be cozy, Kwachka?" Vera whined gently. "It is warm and soft." Kwachka just huffed a big huff. "No," she quacked. "No, no, no." Vera felt a little bit sad. She didn't know how to help. So Vera sat down on the grass. She didn't bark. She didn't push. She just stayed nearby, quiet and still, like a little black and white shadow. Kwachka looked up. Vera was still there. Vera wasn't asking for anything. Vera was just being a friend. The pond went drip-drop. The wind went whoosh. The farm was very quiet and very calm. Suddenly, a bright blue butterfly fluttered down. It danced in the air and landed right on the tip of Vera's nose. Vera looked down. Her eyes went cross-eyed. Her tongue slipped out the side of her mouth. What a silly face. Kwachka saw Vera's silly face. She saw the butterfly. A little giggle bubbled up in her tummy. "Hee hee hee." Kwachka laughed. "You look so funny, Vera." The big no was gone, and a small yes was starting to grow. The sun began to set, turning the sky pink and gold. Vera and Kwachka snuggled together on the soft blue blanket. "It's okay to have a no day," Vera whispered. "I'll always be here until your yes comes back." Vera saves the lost carrot. It was a sunshiny morning on the farm. Vera the border collie was ready to play, but her friend Kitsus the rabbit was not hopping. He was not bopping. He was looking very, very sad. "Oh, Vera," he sighed, his long ears drooping. "My favorite carrot is gone. It was orange, it was sweet, and it was so very, very crunchy." Vera gave a happy wag of her tail. "Don't you worry, Kixus. We are on a big little mission." They started in the garden, looking under big green leaves and behind round gray stones. Is it here? Is it there? Is the carrot hiding anywhere? Vera sniffed the soft grass while Kixus peered into a blue flower pot. They trotted over to the wooden fence where Daisy the cow was enjoying the morning air. "Excuse us, Daisy," Vera called out. "Have you seen something orange? Have you seen something sweet? We're looking for a carrot that's a crunchy munchy treat." Daisy tilted her big head and gave a thoughtful moo. Daisy swished her long tail and looked down at the ground. "I haven't seen a carrot, little Kitsus," she said kindly, "but I can help you look. Let's check the tall grass." Daisy leaned her big head down to help search. "When friends work together," Daisy hummed, The search is much better. Next, they found little Zora the chick by the chicken coop. Zora was a tiny ball of yellow fluff. Zora, Zora! Vera barked happily. Have you seen a carrot today? It is orange and long. Zora fluffed her tiny wings and chirped. I saw something orange. It was very long and very wiggly. Kitsus shook his head and giggled. No, Zora, that's a worm. My carrot is crunchy, not wiggly. Zora hopped onto Kit's head to get a better look. Don't give up, Zora cheered. 4 eyes are better than 2, and 6 eyes are even better for you. Under the big, shady oak tree, Marino the sheep was resting his woolly head. Vera sat down beside him. Marino, we are on a mission. Have you seen Kitsus's carrot? Marino opened one sleepy eye. I saw something bright near the barn, he bleated softly. It was tucked away in a golden pile. Kitsus hopped over to Marino's side, his nose twitching fast. The barn? The barn is full of hay. Kitsus's eyes went wide with excitement. Marino nodded his fluffy head. A little help goes a long way. Go look where the hay is deep and the shadows are long. Vera and Kitchus ran to the big wooden barn. In the corner sat a tall wooden barrel, overflowing with yellow hay. Vera used her nose, sniff, 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 and Kitsus used his paws. Dig, dig, dig. Suddenly, Kitchus let out a happy squeal. Out from the hay popped a bright, beautiful carrot. We found it. They cheered. Kitchus took a big, happy bite. Crunch. Thank you, Vera. We did it together. The farm felt warm and full of happy friends. Vera's tail wagged, wagged, wagged. And just when everyone thought the adventure was over, Vera heard a familiar oink, oink. What was it this time? Vera searches for a big smile. The sun peeked over the hills, painting the farm in shades of peach and gold. Vera, the black and white border collie, woke up on her soft rug. Usually, she felt like a bouncy ball, but today she felt a little bit flat. She reached for her reflection in the shiny kitchen bowl, but something was wrong. Her happy, wagging smile was gone. Vera trotted outside to the garden. She looked into a clear, still puddle near the flower bed. She saw her nose and her floppy ears, but she didn't see any sparkle. She tilted her head to the left and then to the right. Is my smile hiding here? She wondered softly. Little Zora the chick was busy pecking at some grain. She was a tiny ball of yellow fluff. I lost my smile, Zora, Vera sighed. Zora chirped and fluffed her wings. Sometimes when I'm sad, a squeeze makes me feel better. Zora gave Vera a gentle, feathery hug right on her front paw. Vera felt a little warmer, but her face still felt very serious. She walked over to the wooden fence where Daisy the cow was munching on sweet clover. Daisy had big, kind eyes and a very long tail. Vera looked up at her and asked, Is my smile hiding here? Daisy let out a long, happy moo. She swished her tail and did a little hop. When I feel flat, I move my hooves. Let's do a happy dance, Vera. Daisy began to skip through the clover, and Vera followed her, wiggling her bottom and jumping over the buttercups. The dance was very fun, but Vera's mouth still didn't want to turn up at the corners. She trotted to the shady oak tree where Marino the sheep was resting. Marino's wool was as white and curly as a summer cloud. Vera sat down and whispered, Is my smile hiding here? Marino chewed slowly on a blade of grass. When my heart feels heavy, I stop and listen to the wind, Marino said. Take a deep breath with me, Vera. Vera closed her eyes and took a big, slow breath of the sweet farm air. In and out, she felt very calm and very quiet. Vera opened her eyes and saw Twitch the rabbit hopping by the vegetable patch. Twitch had very long ears that moved like semaphores. Vera trotted over, her tail giving a small, hopeful wag. Twitch, I've tried hugs and dances and breaths. Is my smile hiding here? Twitch twitched his pink nose. "I find my smile when I help a friend," he said. "Oh no. My favorite red ball is stuck under those prickly bushes, and I am too small to reach it." Vera didn't even have to think. She gently crawled under the bush and nudged the ball out with her nose. Twitch did a giant super hop of joy. Seeing Twitch so happy made Vera's heart go thump thump. Suddenly, her tail started to wag wag wag, and her mouth opened into a wide, happy grin. She found it. By bringing joy to Twitch, she found her own big smile. What shall we find tomorrow? Vera wondered. Vera and the Rainy Cuddles. Vera was a black and white border collie who lived on a happy rolling farm. She loved to sniff the clover and listen to the buzz of the bees. The sun was warm on her soft fur, and the sky was as blue as a robin's egg. Vera felt like the luckiest puppy in the world. Suddenly, the sky turned a gentle shade of gray. Patter, patter, plop. Cold raindrops began to fall from the clouds. Vera saw Twitch the bunny shivering under a big leaf. Twitch's long ears were trembling, and his nose was twitching very fast. He was very small, and the rain felt very big. "Don't worry, Twitch," Vera barked softly. "Follow me to the big barn. It's dry and cozy inside." Vera walked slowly so Twitch could keep up with his little hops. Together, they splashed through the grass toward the red barn doors. Near the haystack, they found Zora the chick. Zora was a tiny ball of yellow fluff, and she was chirping a very scared cheep, cheep. The rain was making her feathers damp. Vera nudged Zora gently with her wet nose to show her the way to safety. Big Daisy the cow was standing by the fence, looking very sad. Even though Daisy was much bigger than Vera, the loud rumble-grumble of the clouds made her heart go thump-thump. Vera wagged her tail and trotted over to Daisy's hooves to guide her friend. Merino the sheep was the last one outside. Her wool was getting heavy with water, and she felt very cold. Twitch the bunny hopped over to Merino to show her that they were all going to the barn together. Being with friends made the cold rain feel a little less scary. Finally, everyone was inside the barn. The air smelled like sweet, dry hay. Outside, the rain went splish-splash, but inside, it was warm and quiet. Vera led her friends to a soft corner where the golden light of a lantern made everything look magical. "It's time for Rainy Cuddles," Vera whispered. She showed Twitch how to do a rhythmic pat. Tap, tap, tap. It sounded just like the rain, but it felt like a soft heartbeat. Twitch leaned against Vera's side, feeling her warmth and the gentle rhythm. Then, they all took deep breaths together. "Breathe in deep, like a big fluffy cloud," Vera said. Merino the sheep and little Zora the chick closed their eyes. They breathed in the scent of the hay and breathed out all their worries. They were brave because they were together. The rain finally stopped, and the sun peeked through the barn door. Vera stood up and stretched her legs. She walked to the door to look at the sparkling world outside. But as she looked at the ground, she saw something she had never seen before. "Oh my!" Vera gasped.